Author Mia Redrick regularly meets with mothers to help them prioritize their busy lives.
So, one of the things that I found is that as a mom, we're no longer
love this quick scope tonight. Hey, Dr. Robinson, good to see ya.
Isn't that true?
Delegate Style is in the house. Shanae, good to see ya. Good to see ya. A lot of new faces tonight. Lisa Scope. Hey there. Good to see ya. You're going to love. You guys are going to love it. Invite your friends. I'm going to try to keep it quick because it's late. You know how I do. 20 minutes.
Always ready to work out.
Winfred is in the house.
Me my jump rope as well as my resistance bands. Easy way to get your workout in any day, anytime.
I love the toolkit.
We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. Invite your friends, guys. Don't forget that if you're watching the replay, your hearts count.
Just be prepared for wherever you're going to be that day with your family to maximize the day. If you have ever said there are not enough hours in the day, you're going to love my next strategy called blending.
Hey, Kim. Kim, this is going to be a great one, about 20 minutes. It's going to be about 20 minutes.
So, you guys, tell me, how are you already blending?
Hey there, good to see you.
How are you taking care of yourself while you're taking care of your children?
I have the best girlfriend who's a trainer who created a way in which we literally work out in her garage while our kids play outside. So we're getting me time, we're getting mommy time, and our kids are just having a good time.
We've had over 283 self-care groups, and I think the power of the groups has been that moms.
It's okay to heart.
Just
it is okay to heart.
You have an opportunity to connect with other women
guys.
in your demographics of motherhood. And I firmly believe that moms aren't necessarily looking to balance their work and their life. I think what we want more of is joy. Creating opportunities to experience joy on a daily basis in your life is the goal. The next time you and your family need a getaway, try a staycation. What I mean by that is explore in your hometown, play a tourist. This might be exactly what your family needs to refuel and reconnect, even in the middle of your busy lives.
Hey, Marcy,
you're
gonna love.
Everyone else
you're gonna love this.
When most people think of dating, they think of being single, going out in the town. But when you're married with kids, that's when the real dating fun should begin.
It sure is.
Hey, darling, good to see you.
Explains why and shares her rules of family dating.
This is something you've probably not thought about, but it's worked really great for me, and it is dating your family. And, because you have 6 children, one of the things that works terrific is to be able to date at home. And what I get a lot of my clients to do is to create a dating box, and in that box, you and your husband can put things that you want to enjoy together. Because sometimes we have opportunities to date our partners, but we don't have a whole lot of time. It might be
guys, invite your friends. We're going to get started in about a minute. In a minute, we're going to get started. Invite your friends.
The time that you would have spent together is gone.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, welcome the author of Time for Mommy, 365 Daily Strategies for Mother's Self-Care, Mia Redrick. Mia, thank you so much. Stand up, please. Pleasure. I really feel for this family. You did help them with some tips, but what can we all take away from this?
Well, Dear Time is such a simple way to build quality in your family time.
Hey, Kim, we're going to get started in about 30 seconds.
Every single day. It's simple.
So drop everything and read.
Drop everything and read. It will allow the kids
get out your notepads, guys.
And it becomes part of the family culture. Self-care.
You know how I do it.
She has no time to herself. She sits in her car and listens to the radio and lies to her husband about where she is, just so she can have a moment to breathe.
So what we talked about was them giving one another permission without guilt and supporting that time and understanding you need that when you have 2 young children. They're a couple that wants to be together. They don't want to be apart. And so you could see that when they started to date, just to dance together, they reconnected immediately.
I saw you covering your ears
10
when
seconds,
that was happening.
guys.
Why?
It's emotional.
Yes, it is. Because I love my husband, and we all forget why we got married.
All right, here are my people, guys. All right. Green. Okay. Hey, guys, it's Mia Redrick here, the mom strategist. I'm so excited. The screen's a little blurry. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Let me kind of clear it off. 1 second. It's a live stream. Is that better? It'll get better in a minute. There we go. There we go. I am Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist, guys. I support moms with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com, I've got a great scope planned for tonight. I'm going to keep it short, but I'm going to keep it content rich. Now, if you like this scope, then you should check me out at Catch, KATCH.me, and just search Mia_Redrick. That's my handle there, Mia_Redrick. And you know what I love the scope about is how to monetize yourself, your ideas, how to build the brand of you. And if you're into that, then you're going to love everything that I love to scope about. You know, my story, if we're just meeting, is that, you know what, I am living my dream. I'm actually doing what I dreamed about 13 years ago. And the challenge I had was that I wasn't exactly sure how I would combine my background as a corporate trainer, my love of motherhood, into a business. But you know what? I figured it out. I went to a small business resource center in my town. I was told that what I've been doing for the last 13 years, that no one would ever pay me to do this. Can you believe it? Okay. And what I understand is that the advice I'd gotten was conventional advice. See, he didn't know what I knew. He didn't understand what mom coaching was. Nobody did at the time. And I had to go and find a mentor, a coach that could support me. I did. I Googled for support. I ended up meeting with a mentor, and she changed my life. Her name was Terry Levine, and she showed me how to begin to build my own coaching practice. I've coached with over 400 clients in the last 13 years, and 112 authors, half are #1 Amazon bestsellers. And I tell you that because I want you to know that if you have an unconventional dream, it's possible. Because if I can be a mom coach today, guys, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You know, I've literally been able to take my ideas from my head to Hollywood. Can you believe it? I was signed to an Emmy-nominated, nationally syndicated show. It's still in syndication. And as the mom strategist, a brand that I built, ideas that I created. And I'm just telling you that it's possible. I've written 4 books. And this is the girl that was told that none of this would be possible. I've worked with Fortune 100 and 500 brands. And I don't tell you this to impress you. I tell you this to impress upon you that your dreams will make a way for you, and they're absolutely possible. Now, tonight, what I want to talk about is that you get what you negotiate. And this, actually, I had a coaching call with a client today, really around, I went to get my son about 2 o'clock before I got Matthew. And I had a conversation. This is what it was about. You get what you negotiate. And I think so many of us are settling in life because we don't know how to negotiate. We think that whatever is on the table, that is it. And that's not how life works, actually. You get what you negotiate. But in order to be a great negotiator, you have to, number one, you've got to know what you need. You need to know what you need. Now, let me just say it's okay to heart. I know on my scopes, they're content rich, so people like to write. So I want you to write, but I want you to tap, write, and tap. Now, the hearts are feedback for me. It lets me know that what I'm saying to you, that you hear me, that you feel me, that you get me, okay? That you get this, okay? But I want you to know, you have to know what you need, okay? You have to know what you need, and knowing what you need is a great way to negotiate, all right? And I meet people all the time that, the reason that they don't ask for what they need is because they don't know what it is. They don't know what they need. And I was speaking with someone, a potential client, new client today, and she knew exactly what she needed. And she actually called me. She wanted to do my 12-week course. And I have a payment plan, which is a 3-pay payment plan. But she actually needed it to be bi-weekly. And she knew what she needed. And she was like, I need something different. I want to do this, but this is what I want to do. And as a result of that, I could hear her. And I thought about it, and I was like, how cool is that? She actually looked past what was there, and she was able for herself to say, this is what I need, and she was able to humble herself, hear me guys, and ask for what she needed. And as a result of that, I was able to craft a solution for her. But it applies to what I'm talking about, but it applies to any way that you're dealing with life. See, in life, you get what you negotiate. And a lot of times we see rules, we see things that have clear terms and we don't ask for what we need, a solution that will work for us. And as a result of that, we stay stuck in a solution that doesn't support us, okay? And if that's you, I just want you to know that, look, you need to ask for what you need. Number 2, you need to be vulnerable and willing to ask for it. So let's be clear that once you decide that you're going to ask for what you need, you've got to be able to be in a place where you're vulnerable to ask for it. You've got to humble yourself to ask for what you need. And I think this is why so many people don't ask for what they need, because you know what? They don't want to humble themselves. They don't want to be vulnerable enough to say, this is what I need, okay? And they don't want people to know, they don't want people to know really maybe their situation, their hurt, their pain. You guys know I'm telling the truth. But the fact of the matter is, in order to get what you need, you have got to be vulnerable enough to ask for what you need. And she did that. And as a result of that, I respected that, and I was able to meet her where she was. See, people will meet you where you are when you come to them honestly, you're transparent, you're authentic about what you need, and you ask for that. But it takes being willing to be vulnerable. Number 3 is that you got to understand that you can never get what you need acting like you already have it. That's big, guys. You cannot get what you need walking around like you already have it. All right. And so many people are, they have pretense with them, right? Like they are trying to pretend and put on a good face. They don't want anybody to really know their situation or their circumstances. So they're walking around like they already have it. So they can't negotiate what they need because they don't want anyone to know what they don't have. And what I'm telling you is that you will never get your needs met. You can't negotiate for yourself what's through the next door, acting like you already have what you need. Somebody knows I'm telling the truth, right? And I'm just breaking it down because if this is you, you got to understand that that does not serve your highest good. In order for you to negotiate, yeah, I know, right? In order for you to get what you need, to negotiate what you need, the first thing is you got to know what you need. The second step is that you've got to be vulnerable and you got to be willing to ask for what you need. And the third is that you can't be walking around acting like you already have it and expecting it to show up for you. It doesn't work that way. In order to get what you need, in order to renegotiate the terms in your life, you got to be vulnerable and you got to say, this is what I need. You can't be acting like you already have it. You will not get what you need that way. And number 4, you got to think win-win. And you will win, okay? So when you're negotiating with people, now this is a big deal, okay? So over the years, I've negotiated a lot of contracts, my husband and I. So whether I talk about in commercial laundry, or whether I talk about in real estate, we own a number of properties, or whether I talk about in my own business with corporate brands, I've negotiated a lot. And when you're negotiating a great deal, you want to be thinking win-win. All right? And so many people don't think of it that way. I'm sorry, I had to cut my heater off. It was hot under my desk. So many people don't think win-win. They don't think about what's in it for the person they're negotiating with. See, great negotiations. Hey, Nikita B, good to see you. Great negotiations are totally and absolutely win-win. And if you're not thinking that, hey, good to see you. If you're not thinking that, that's why you aren't able to negotiate great deals. So whenever I'm thinking about negotiating with someone, I'm thinking about what I want, but I'm thinking about what they want too. And I'm thinking win-win. Nobody wants to do a deal with someone that's trying to take from them. Hear me on this, okay? And so when you're thinking about negotiating a great deal, yes, you can create a win-win scenario for you, but also be thinking about the win for the other person if you want them to say yes to you. And I've seen it, all kinds of contracts where we're talking real estate transactions or commercial contracts with businesses or in my own business with brands. The fact of the matter is I'm always thinking win-win. What is it? What's in it for them? What would make them say yes? When I'm renegotiating, why would they say yes to me? What's in it for them? Think win-win. And that is just a really great strategy in general in terms of doing business with other people and creating great negotiations. So I told you I was going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it quick tonight. I'm talking about you know what? You get what you negotiate. At the end of the day, number one, you got to know what you need to negotiate great deals. If you don't know what you need, you know what? You could have the opportunity in front of you, but therefore you don't ask for what you need because you don't know what you need, and you need to know that. Number two, you need to be vulnerable and willing to ask for whatever it is, and you got to humble yourself to be able to do that, okay? Number three is that you can't be walking around acting like you already have whatever it is that you need, right? Putting on pretense, and therefore you don't get what you need because you are trying to act like, I don't need that. I don't need that. You need to ask for what you need. You need to ask for the terms that you need, the deal that you need, the price, that whatever it is that you need to ask for that. Remember, I shared this story with you guys when I first started coaching with my client, with my coach years ago. Terry, she was charging $1,000 an hour. And the challenge I had was I didn't have $1,000 an hour to pay her. And you know, and that was just real. And so I said to her, I have $100. I have $100. What can I do with $100? And I got 10 minutes of her time. I had to sign an 18-month contract. See, I would have never gotten that if I didn't know what I needed. I knew I needed her. And two, I wasn't vulnerable to say, hey, I don't have $1,000. See, I had to say that. I had to swallow my pride and say that. And number three, not walk around like, oh, I got it like that. No, this isn't quite for me. No, I had to humble myself. I knew I wanted to work with her, and I had to be transparent about where I was, and then I could negotiate what I needed. And I was thinking win-win. I didn't want her to work with me for free, all right? I wanted to value her time, but in the same token, I wanted to be win-win. I wanted her to win, and I wanted me to win, and that was 10 minutes of her time, and I had to sign a contract to do that. And I hope that this supports you guys. It's such a simple message, but it's such a power move when you start to think this way. You see, in life, you get what you negotiate. And if you aren't getting what you want, it's because you don't know how to negotiate what you want. Trust me on that. All right? I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. You guys can you can always check me out at miaredrick.com, or on Catch, KATCH.me. Mia_Redrick is my handle. I want to open the floor quickly and see if there are any questions for me. Are there any questions for me tonight, guys? We've been talking about you get what you negotiate. Did this support you guys? Let me know, and make sure, hey, Susie Q, too much. You know what, Susie, you're going to have to catch the replay tonight because I kept it quick tonight, but it's a great scope about getting what you negotiate. Most of us never think about it, and we never think about how to negotiate properly. Therefore, we don't get what we want, you know. Of course, guys, I'd love, if I'm not working with you, to work with you. So check out my offers on my Periscope bio. I've got a class coming up on February the 15th. And that is how to leverage what you know and build a six-figure income. Thank you so much. Hey, Susie, good to see you. How to leverage what you know and build a six-figure income. And I'm going to tell you that the class, actually, we had 8 people sign up for the class so far. 2 days of promotion. I'm excited about it. And I'm going to be talking about how to create a six-figure business from your home, how to create a six-figure teleseminar, and how to create a six-figure product. And I'm excited. I'm excited about it. And if that's something of interest to you, you need to check out the page at miaredrick.com/3568/. And it's in my bio on Periscope, okay? So I'm not going to keep you guys tonight. How to get what you negotiate. I hope that this supports you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you guys. Bye.